Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the EFRL Fast Facts podcast episode number 1. I'm Mick Olson tonight, and I got a couple friends with me. Guys, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Well, I'm Justin Walbring. I race the number 127 in the Rusty Dirt Street Stock Series and also in the Misfits Motorsports Series.
I'm Dean Qualley. I'm a league owner and run the 17 in the Rusty Redneck Street Stock Series, and when I can, the Misfits Motorsports Series as well.
Alright, gentlemen, I'm going to just a minute. I think I got something messed up with settings. Hold on. Alright, go ahead and give me a quick check, guys.
Mic check.
Alright, there we go. Let's try this one more time. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the EFRL Fast Facts podcast, episode number 1. I'm Mick Olofsson, and joining me tonight, number 17, Dean Qualley, season champion of the rookie late model stocks and champion of our iOS Retro series. Also joining us tonight, we got Justin Wahlberg, driver of the number 127 machine for quite a few EFRL series and with the Misfit of Motorsports League running on Saturday nights. Welcome, gentlemen.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Well, it's been a heck of a week, huh?
All right. Well, Mick, why don't you tell them about yourself a little bit from last season?
I won the iOS Retro Dirt Series. You see my picture up on the screen, the heavy hauler machine. That's a race car modeled after my uncle's car from the mid-'80s, racing our local dirt tracks. I grew up racing on dirt tracks, and I love racing dirt tracks, but I love all things racing. NASCAR, street stocks, short tracks, you name it. That's what I like to do. Dean, what about yourself, sir?
I've been around this iRacing for quite a few years now, and ended up winning the rookie late model series in 23, and then just recently taking the championship in the asphalt street stocks with the Rusty Redneck or iOS Retro series. Sorry. So, been around racing pretty much all my life. Done a lot of real life racing as well in many different classes. And now just doing this, and in fact enjoying this a lot better than real racing because there's less politics.
A lot cheaper, too.
Yeah, the tire bill's a lot cheaper.
Alright, Justin, how about yourself? Tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I'm 40 years old. Been married to my wife, Nora, for 15 years. Have 4 children. Raced go-karts from 5 to 15 years old. And then at 15, I switched over to a dirt street stock and went from there until I was 17, and then kind of quit and been out of it since. Then started racing iRacing last year, or 2 years ago, actually. Been racing for 2 years on iRacing. Haven't got me a win yet, but I'm looking for one.
Awesome. Well, we all love this sport, and we've had a pretty interesting week. I know your series has gotten now 2 weeks under the belt. We've got 2 weeks in for the Redneck series on Monday nights. I think we're 2 weeks in on the Tuesday night series. Our Thursday night series, we're probably about halfway through our season there. They run a little bit different schedule, but our last week's winners for the Rusty Redneck Dirt Series was Devin Smith winning his first race. In our asphalt race, we had James Budd win. A little bit of a controversial win for him. A little bit of a contact between him and Jacob Salza on the last lap. On Tuesday night in our Rusty Redneck Truck Series, James Budd wins in that one again. Then we have our FALCONGRAFIX Associated Short Track Tour, running tour modifieds on Tuesday nights as well. Jordan Blair dominated that series. On Thursday nights, we got down and dirty with the Foster's Customized Dirt Cars, and Steve Lindow, our defending champion, won there. On Saturday, we had a doubleheader with the Misfits of Motorsports. Justin, if you want to go ahead and give us a rundown on what happened there. Oh, Justin, you there, bud?
Oh, sorry, my 13-year-old was bugging me.
Not a problem. If you want to give us
Like,
a rundown of your races over the weekend,
do you want me to start with my first week or the second week?
go ahead and start with the first week, sir.
All right. Well, first week in the Misfits Motorsports Street Stock Series, Dean was our first week's winner. Ran it real well. We only had a 6-car turnout for that race, but it was still a real fun race. Second week was actually first week for Ryan Pittman in the Misfits of Motorsports late model stock class. He picked up the win. He's the owner of Grassroots Racing League on iRacing. Second week was Devin Smith with the clean sweep. He was really smooth out there with it.
Yeah, that's quite the league you got there going, Justin. Again, if anybody's listening and is looking for some Saturday night fun, Justin's racing the street stocks and the late model stock cars. Feel free to reach out to him, and he'll get you at it.
It's real funny because I started as a dirt guy and I kind of transitioned to asphalt, and I don't know what made me start an asphalt league, but here I am.
Well, any kind of racing is good racing, right?
If it has 4 wheels and a steering wheel, I'll race it.
Well, I can tell you another thing there, Justin. I was never a dirt racer. I raced pavement. I was not a fan of dirt until Mr. Mick here got me hooked on dirt, and now I enjoy it a lot.
It's definitely a fun place to be.
Heck yeah, dirt's what you'd race on. Asphalt's just to get there.
Hey now.
Alright, that's going to bring us back up to week number 2 for our Monday night series, which we just wrapped up. Dan Park brings home the win tonight. Won his heat race, won the feature. Wasn't easy for him. He got banged around a little bit, ended up coming back from the back of the pack once at least. But Dan Park was definitely on a mission tonight. He's going to be joining us here soon too. In our Asphalt series, newcomer, well, not really a newcomer, Matt's been around for a while, but getting his first ever EFRL win, we got Matt Moreau. Pretty excited for Matt. He was very excited. He didn't know how to do a burnout.
Yep, no, he's been around here for a very long time, and I'm sure he's finished runner-up many times, and you know what, to see him get the win tonight was awesome. That was good for him.
Yeah, both races were not in our typical races. We had a couple more cautions in the dirt race than we'd like to see. I know we went the first 40 laps caution free, or first 20 laps caution free, and then we got kind of bunched up after that. Asphalt, we ran Bristol. I kind of consider that to be a typical Bristol race. A lot of door-to-door action.
Yeah, there was. I mean, it's a tricky track to be passing on too. So, but overall, I would say it went well.
Especially with the street stocks. I mean, you're wide open pretty much all the way around that track and just hoping to hang on to it the best you can.
Yep, and that's the thing. If the car on the bottom gets a little loose and pushes up, well, we know how that ends up.
Yeah, it's like Bristol has a line and a half where you can run, and it not much else.
Unfortunately, yeah. I know I was able to pit late in the race, got right side fresh tires, and I worked my way back up to third, but then got kind of caught up in something. I don't know if I pushed up too high, and I pancaked the wall pretty hard. Ended up having to go use my fast repair, take on my left side tires, and I was able to battle back to 5th or 6th. It was overall a good race for Strange Brew Racing tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, I got wrecked later on in the race, but got in there, got repaired and some tires, and I ended up finishing 7th, right behind you, actually.
Well, what do you think, Mick? Should we bring in a special guest?
I think we should. Who's going to be our first guest tonight?
Should we bring Ray in?
Yeah, let's get Ray in and out. Welcome, Ray.
Hello, how you doing today?
We're doing pretty good, bud. It's been a wonderful night of racing here in the EFRL. Um, you were up and down all night long. I think you got caught up into this little bit of action that wasn't necessarily anything you had any control over, but I think you came through not horrible, but not great either.
Yeah, I got caught up in a couple things, but it's part of racing.
We kind of gave a brief little history of ourselves, and how long have you been in racing or enjoyed racing?
Ever since I was born, my dad was a street stock driver and raced around the local tracks here in Illinois.
Oh, so you grew up in this stuff probably about the same time I did then.
Ever since '88.
Yeah, I think my uncle started racing. Well, I've got pictures of him from the late 60s racing, and I know my dad raced in the mid 70s and early 80s.
Yeah, me and Justin's been passing around pictures trying to bring back memories of when we were younger and stuff here lately too.
Yeah, me and Ray actually grew up around the same tracks, Quincy Raceway in Quincy, Illinois, and Jacksonville Speedway here in Jacksonville, Illinois.
Cool. So you guys have been around each other, not necessarily knowing each other, but just been around all the same people and same tracks.
Yeah, most definitely. I didn't even know who he was when I met him again, and he reminded me, and it brought flooding back a lot of memories.
Heck yeah, that's pretty cool. One thing I do like about racing, whether it's dirt track or asphalt, you meet a lot of great people on the tracks, in the stands, and you become family with a lot of different people.
Definitely. Between you and Mick, and we got a couple buddies that we run in our league with, Ryan and Brian. I met them all here on iRacing and stuff, and it's brought me together with a community that's actually helped me a lot.
How long have you been iRacing?
It's getting close to a year now. Uh, I I think about a year now.
A little over a year. I actually got him addicted to it when I was living with him, and I set up my computer and used his wheel to get on, and it's been downhill ever since for him.
I used to jump on and run races while he was at work, and then I'd have to get off and let him run races at night.
He's the reason why I'm up so high in licenses.
Nice, nice.
So tell me, Justin, or is it you and Ray together in the league owners for Misfits?
Yeah, Ray is my co-owner. He doesn't do too much, but just sit there and look pretty most of the time. But he's got some anxiety issues.
I like to be an advisor. I'm just not great at the leading part.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. So tell us, Justin. A little bit of news came out, or a poll came out there this week. Are you looking to add something to your league?
Yeah, actually, we're thinking about adding a dirt series. Unsure on the day just yet. Still ironing out those details, but we got a full season, until we release that. But so far, it looks like we're going to be running the street stocks and the 358 modifieds. We'll be doing pretty much a pretty good variety of the dirt tracks, big tracks, short tracks. Try to throw it all in there. But yeah, if you're looking for a dirt league to run next season, hit me up.
Well, you'll have to keep us all posted.
I definitely will. As soon as we figure out on the start date, we will let everybody know.
Tell you, those 358s, those things are a handful to drive. It was kind of crazy for me how much the big blocks for me were easier to drive, but those 358s are a load of fun.
Yeah, they're a little underpowered, but they're real high grip, and they're just rocket ships out of the corner. If you can get it down, the big blocks are the exact same way, but faster. I just think it's a lot of people have a lot more fun in the lower powered cars than those higher powered cars right now.
I definitely feel like the competition's a little better.
I
Definitely.
like how we can actually run side by sides in them 358s and everything.
Yeah, most of the groups that we've ran with the 358s have all been within a half second of each other.
Yeah, Mick, do you want to tell them a little bit about the Thursday Night Dirty Dirt Car or Foster's Custom Rods Dirt Car Series?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Right now on Thursday night, we're running a split schedule. We're running pro late models, and then we're running what I like to call the B modifieds. They're the UMP modifieds, but only with 75% power. So to me, they feel more like a B mod. We run alternating weeks, but all the points go to one championship. We're about halfway through our season right now. Steve Lindau, our defending champion, has got a pretty substantial points lead going into the second half of the season. But you can't count out Michael Steele. He's a two-time champion on Thursday nights. We've got Marcus Swadek in the 18 machine. He's a champion in the EFRL on Thursday nights. So we got a great group of guys, and most of the nights we only have one or two cautions, and there's been several races we go flag to flag, green flag action all night long.
Yeah, definitely got some good competitors out there.
Well, I wouldn't say good. I kind of just follow around the back until I spin.
Dean even turns into performance every once in a while.
I try when I can, yep.
Not a fan of the B mods, though, he says.
Absolutely not.
I'm right there with you. Those are not my favorite cars at all.
I think I would rather race a wheelbarrow full of potatoes than one of them.
I like them, but they are a handful.
I'm with you on the potato racing. Let's go.
New series?
Now, like I said, if it has wheels, I will race you.
Man, I was kind of hoping that iRacing would come up with like a Hornet class for the dirt cars.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to those since they started teasing things about them. I think it'll really help out the rookies with getting race etiquette down and, really learning what iRacing's all about.
Yeah, that's probably one of my only complaints about dirt is I feel like you jump cars so fast you don't really learn how to drive the lower class cars before you're in a pro or a super late model and then you're above over your head.
Yeah, pretty much. I think they kind of need to lengthen out how long it would take to get out of those cars for some people.
Well, we can only hope that it'll come out soon.
I think the Outlaw Sprints or the Outlaw Micro Sprints on iRacing are a good addition as well, though. Just race them Sunday night in the league that I do for the People's League. And they actually handle real well, real fun to drive. And you get a pretty good race out of them.
Yeah, I have not tried those yet. I haven't had any free time. I've also been meaning to try the SRX cars. Those look like a fun car to drive on both asphalt and dirt.
I finally tried them on asphalt, and as long as you slow your pace down, it's not too bad to drive. But whenever you push it hard, that's whenever it starts using up tires and stops turning in the corners.
Yeah, I think I've maybe ran them once or twice, and entry to the corner, they're like dump trucks and then real loose off.
All right, Ray. Well, it was a blast to have you on the show. Any last comments that you'd like to tell everybody?
I appreciate all the stuff you guys do for us with the Misfits of Motorsports, and hope that the series grows to where people get to see more of it later.
Yeah, I hope so too. I think you guys have started one heck of a series or a league, and I think it's growing quite quickly, which is good to see.
Thank you very much. We couldn't have done it without your help, Dean. Same with you, Mick.
Yeah,
No problem. Glad to help out.
All right, Ray. Well, you have a good evening, and we'll race with you soon.
I'll talk to you later, bud.
You too. See you later.
All right, Mick. Should we bring in the dirt racer winner from tonight?
I don't know. Is his head going to fit through the doorway?
Oh, I don't know.
I think we might want to widen it first.
Nice.
Here he is, man of the hour. Won his heat and the feature in the Dirt Series tonight, Mr. Dan Park.
Well, thank you.
How's
you
Dan
feeling
doing
after
tonight?
ending? Go ahead, Mick.
I was just going to say, how is Dan doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic.
How's your ego?
It's bruised. I can honestly say it is. I should have had Bristol one too.
Nope, no, I'm glad you didn't. But anyways,
Yeah, we couldn't let you win it twice.
I did the same thing I planned to the last time I was at Bristol. This time, the guy behind me just decided he was going to hit me.
I'm not sure who that was.
EJ.
Anyways, was that your first ever win, Dan, in the Dirt Series?
In the Dirt Series, yes, it was.
Yeah, I know you've been hunting for that one for quite some time now.
That is true. I've consistently ran top 3, top 4, and I was open for a win. I finally got it on a track I didn't expect to get it at.
I wouldn't let yourself down. The last time that we were there, you were pretty strong.
Yeah, but I have a problem of overdriving and putting it in the wall, which I didn't end up doing because I ended up running the bottom.
Well, then that one restart, you did go off of turn 4.
Yep, and watched everybody pass me. And then went to the bottom so I could pass them back. That's the thing with the way I drive. If I overdrive the corner, I get in my head too much, so I change how I'm driving.
I completely understand you. I did that several times tonight.
Well, I've done it racing in general. Like in real life racing, I do the same thing. I get in my head. It's caused me to have some pretty bad wrecks, but it is what it is.
Definitely just part of what we do in motorsports in general.
That's true.
Yeah, sometimes we are our own worst enemy.
I seem to be that way more times than not.
Well, tonight it paid off for you, and you had a strong run going in the Asphalt Series. Then we had a little mishap, and you had some help, and your car looked like an accordion.
It wasn't pretty, and then I was like, okay, well, let's fix it, get my new tires, and let's drive back to the front. That didn't work out very well either.
Yeah,
Nope.
no, I was watching you leading there, and yeah, it was a misfortune with you and the other car there making contact and you getting wrecked, but it definitely, what can I say, helped myself and the race winner.
It did that because it was battle out of the 4 of us. Like, we were gone.
Yeah, we kind of shot out. I'm not sure how or what, but I mean, I was watching and we were still making distance, the 4 of us, even when you guys were racing side by side. So I'm not sure what we were doing different, but that was a blast running up front with you tonight until that misfortune. But I'm sure we'll be banging doors next week again.
That's the plan. I enjoy racing this. It's a lot of fun to me.
So Dan, tell us about yourself. How long have you been iRacing? Do you have any real life racing? Tell us about it yourself.
So I've been iRacing for 3 years now, and I've been professionally racing since I was 4. I've started in go-karts and moved my way up to, we went from go-karts to modifieds, and now we run sprints.
Wow, so you've been racing a long time then.
Yep, and I have 6 track championships to my name.
Wow, sweet.
Going for another one this season.
Now, how many nights a week are you racing online racing?
2, possibly 3 right now. I run Monday and Tuesday, and then sometimes I run Wednesdays. And then professionally, I'm racing Fridays and Saturdays, if there's a race nearby.
All right. So You said you're racing sprint cars. I'm assuming those are they dirt or asphalt sprint cars?
Both.
Both. Oh, okay.
Asphalt's a lot more fun to me than dirt, but it's a lot more scary too.
Question is, are you going to be running the Springfield Mile this year?
I don't think I will have a ride to run the, because those are Silver Crowns. And as it says right now, I don't have a ride to run it. I do for the Hoosier 100, though.
Well, you're close enough to me. I might end up coming out and watching you race one of these nights.
Because the Hoosier 100 is the Carbonite Classic, and it's the Hoosier 100 now, and I'm supposed to be running in it. That's a Silver Crown car on asphalt, but
Well, I'd definitely come out and watch you race one of these nights if you're close enough.
my goal is to make it to Eldora for the 4 Crown Nationals.
That would be pretty sweet. That's a track is on my bucket list. I want to check out some races at Eldora.
I used to go to the truck race every year there. So much fun.
I'll be heading to the Dream there this year.
That's the one I want to go to. I've been to the Kings Royal. I've been to the 4 Crown Nationals. I haven't been to the Dream.
I've been to the World before, but I haven't been to the Dream, so this is a good one on the list.
I even went to the Prelude. Twice.
Dude, that's cool.
Eldora is like 6 hours from us, but it's probably my favorite track I've been to.
Yeah, I'm way too far away. I'm so far north, I'm almost a Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just about my neighbor, bud.
Just about, but you're still 12 hours away.
Yeah, I'm just about to the frozen north.
There's only two things for Dean to do, and that's race online and make babies.
Pretty much.
Is that what the life of a Canadian is? Because I want that life. That is the dream.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
God.
you got to keep warm in the winter somehow. Anyways, hey Dan, how many wins have you had overall in iRacing? Do you know? Do you keep count?
I'm not 100% sure. Like, if we're counting like leagues and everything, I think I have 6.
6 wins? That's it?
I'm a consistently good top 10 driver. I'm not one who always wins.
Feels like you're there all the time, though.
Like I'm just consistent. I try my best not to wreck people, so I don't have the tendency of people wrecking me back.
I've had some pretty good door-to-doors with you in the dirt and the asphalt.
I've definitely banged some doors with Dean and Mick too.
Oh, same. I still owe Dean. I didn't even get him back tonight.
Oh, I have enough tire marks from tonight.
Yeah,
Same.
same. I got tire marks from different cars that I haven't even seen before, like the 22 and the 44.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure there's some concrete in there too.
Yup.
That's right. Justin's got a bunch of spare body parts if you want them.
Mick, I need a new paint job too. The car's destroyed.
Yeah, that asphalt one is wrecked.
Hey, it still finished 4th. I'm happy with it. Somehow.
So Dan, like, what's your thoughts with the FRL? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Tell us your opinion on it.
I greatly enjoy it. There's a lot of good drivers, and it's a lot of fun to race with people. And most of the time, we're clean. We have our tendencies to have wrecks, but it's pretty much normally very clean.
I'd have to agree with you for sure. We have a good group of drivers here, and I know Justin's got a good group of drivers on the Saturday night with his Misfits League, and I mean, 2 different leagues, but we're working together and growing them all, and Justin should be kind of say what we're kind of looking at doing, or is it too early yet?
What did you say? I couldn't hear you, Dean.
I said, should we tell them our secret yet, or should we hold off until a later date?
I think it's time to let them know.
Well, I'll let you have the pleasure of telling them.
Let me grab my notebook real quick.
Uh-oh. The Notebook.
At the end of this season, I'm pulling up notes right now because I have them in all sorts of different places. We will be having a 100 lap to win race, or 100 lap race for $30 to win. Pays down to third place.
Awesome.
I'm trying to find the date because we have the date, but I am so disorganized right now.
I believe it's right after our season on Monday nights, right?
Yeah, it's right after then. Let me look up the schedule. I'll be able to tell you then.
So will it still be on Monday night?
Yeah, it'll be on Monday night.
I think July 29th.
Yeah, July 29th. Same time that we run the Monday Night League as normal, but yeah, it'll be between both of our street stock leagues. We're going to combine them together for one night and see how things go.
So it'll be basically a battle of the leagues, and as of right now, first place would get $30, second would get 20, and third would get 10. But that could be changing here quickly again. Yeah, I think it's a fun race, and on top of this as well, we're also looking at possibly looking to get our leagues broadcasted. So our Monday night Street Stock League and Justin's Misfits and Motorsports Saturday Night League.
That's
That
awesome
would
news.
be sweet. Yeah, I was about to say that would be sweet.
So July 29th, we will have the Rusty Misfits 100.
And it'll take place at Nashville Fairgrounds.
Oh, that's a good track.
That's exactly what I thought. I think it's a good enough track that it's easy enough for some people, but it's still a challenge as well. You've got them bumps on the bottom of the track that can cause some havoc at times.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Definitely.
So yeah, that should be a good old friendly battle of the leagues, and hopefully we get a large car count, and if we get a lot of cars, we might have to look at running heats, and a certain amount make the main event.
Yeah, we will put up a sign-up sheet on both of our league sites or league discords, and have everybody make sure that they're going to show up, that say they're going to show up, and we'll go from there.
What time do you guys race on Saturdays?
Saturdays we start at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that'd be 7 p.m. Central for you Central guys. And then our second race starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it usually about an hour and a half worth of racing.
And you guys run both street stocks also?
Street stocks and late model stock cars.
Yeah, they run 2 races the same night. Kind of like we do on Mondays.
Yep.
You know,
50 laps for the street stocks and 75 for the limited late model stocks.
I get off work around 5, so.
He's making plans.
Come on over. I'll send you an invite.
It's just rough because I work 5 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Oh, understandable. My wife works 12s, and I did not recently work 12s. Well, about 3 months ago. So, understand completely. 12-hour days suck.
But you can definitely send me the invite. I don't know if I'll run every week, but I'm definitely will try to run some.
We have some part-timers in the league already, and that's completely acceptable. We understand that life comes first.
Yeah.
All right, Dan. Well, it was a pleasure to have you on the podcast. Would you like to say anything else?
I appreciate you guys having me on here and running an awesome league that you guys do.
Well, thanks. Appreciate you saying that. You have a splendid evening, and we'll talk to you next time.
Appreciate it. Have a good one, fellas.
Thanks for joining us.
All right, Mick. Should we quickly go over the upcoming races for next week? Or I should say, the rest of this week.
Yes, sir. That's what we should do. So the next race we have is tomorrow night with the Rusty Redneck Truck Series. We're going to be racing at Myrtle Beach. I'm looking forward to that. I think I got some payback coming for a vehicle or two. Right after that, we have the FALCONGRAFIX Short Track Tour at North Wilkesboro. After that, Thursday night, we got Dirt Track at Charlotte. And then Saturday, we got Legacy, Michigan for the Misfit Boys.
I'm really looking forward to that race. I like running these cars on the big tracks.
I hope I can get to that one. As long as you know the family, I can get away from them for an hour or an hour and a half. I can go racing, but yeah, that always puts on a good race.
Thank you very much.
Looking forward to seeing who the rest of our winners are going to be this week. I know I'm looking forward to tomorrow night in those trucks at Myrtle Beach. That's going to be fun.
It's definitely going to be a great race. Looking forward to it.
Alright, is there anything else we got to go over this week, boys?
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think we got her covered.
Awesome. Well, let's wrap this thing up. That's going to do it for us here at the EFRL and Misfit Motorsports Fast Facts. Look forward to seeing you all back again next week on Monday night. We'll have some new special guests to join with us, and we'll go over any racing action that we've had in the week. That's all I got to say, boys. Anything you want to say before we cut loose?
Y'all have a beautiful night.
Yep, everybody have a good evening, and we'll talk to you next week.
Alright, sounds good. Check us back next week right after our 2 races. We'll be back live broadcasting. Check us out. A little sound hookup there.